I think in the end it'll show that everybody else was full of shit. But then they tell me stupid facts like the black stuff in people's lungs was from burnt food, and that these cigarettes don't make your lungs black. So I don't know if that's true or not, because they also tell me a bunch of other shit like the paramedics will stop your breathing so that they can go and rob your house. It's like, well, I mean, I could see that happening. I don't know if it's happening. It might be happening. They were pretty sheepish when they came, and they brought like their marshal or like their head ambulance guy when my dad was having gallbladder pains. It's like, that's queer. It's very convenient. Oh, and they broke our washing machine, and they broke our dryer, and they broke my spirit. Over and over and over again. It's pretty huge. It's not just the family that's responsible for the falling of Saddam. It's also the people who are responsible for every group stalking ever. And Coulter and some other people. A lot of other people. They fill up a park. There's a few of them. Oh my God. I said I'm going to take it like a cat getting put into a bathtub. So here we are. I don't think I look like any of them yet. Then they said that my mom must have my sentience in some kind of like recycle bin or something. I don't know, they can't find it. Yay. Yay and no. I'm not going to go to the Playboy Mansion and I'm not willing to get whiskers for that. I changed my mind. I was just joking. I just wanted them to think I was serious. I don't want them to have to call my bluff. This year for New Year's resolution, I said I wanted a shotgun and regrets. But hopefully I don't need that. It's like, come on, please don't call my bluff. I don't want anybody to be the bad guy. They're like, this one girl is fighting with my son over who gets Nightmare Before Christmas. And it's like, well, we're talking about police officers who have children in their backyards as trophies. The dog has licked their face off, so they're like Jack Skellington. And it's like, well, that's got to go to Jack Skellington. They're like embroidering him on ponchos and shit now. And she goes, well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the song Princess Castle is an argument between her and my dad about it for the babies, right? So, she had a Princess Castle playhouse in her backyard growing up, so I think that's part of it. So my dad is, I think, not mocking her, but kind of. He's being silly. But she's been one of the nicer adversaries. They told me some crazy shit, but I try to remind myself it's not my kid, it's someone's kid. So I've cried like it was my son over every horrible situation I've heard. Like they dislocated my 3-year-old's jaw with their learning a new technique. And it's like, oh my God, I didn't even like that person to begin with. And then they tell me things like, well, they are all going to date you. It's like a dating show, but they don't want to raise not their child. And so it's like, well, they wouldn't have gotten a vote if that was the case. And then they said they were going to keep me as a pet, but I told them I was going to bite and stab people and stuff, so. And they bombed LA. They were bombing LA, but I don't know if that was just sound effects that were made to make me feel more content. It's like, poof, poof, ka 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 ka. It's like, yes, viva la revolucion. But, I don't know, it could have just been like thunderstorm noises. I think I'm ready. Why? Does that mean the Cholas are going to break in? And like, the Cholas have been amazing. I was very curious about them being ad men and the different things that they were going to offer the world. Because I know they have so much. And I'm not even joking. I'd like to work on the narrative in general. Not trying to use it against him. But I know, because nobody wants to lose their job. Jon Stewart had said he was trying his hardest to write as inclusively as possible, and then he looked around the room and he realized he was surrounded by old white men. I'm Mexican. If my son is Disney or my dad is Disney, Disney's a brown man. Cody Walker told me that I'm a Future Network head, and that's why I would get entertainment tailored to me. That he gets the same thing, he gets like PAX TV. And there are some other people in my neighborhood who are, I think Philip Shockley is Philip Spector. Yeah, he is banned from the country. I don't know why. They said my grandmother is Shannon Tate. But she might be Shannon Tate because they were trying to stop my existence. So they were trying to kill my grandmother. But instead they made her Shannon Tate. Or Sharon Tate. I don't know how true that is or not. And they keep trying to turn my eyes hazel. I thought that was something that the black producers said if they were mad at you or something. Or if you were being an asshole. They're like, oh, your eyes are hazel, huh? I'm like, they're green and gold. Like money. It's supposed to be money for us. I'm trying so hard to be extra for the cops and everybody. Because I believe in the police. Then they break my heart because I'm a nerd. And it's like, everybody always makes fun of me for being a fucking nerd. I wear my face, like, virtually. This girl is dead set on becoming Selena, and she's sure she has to be in my body. But she sacrifices her children to her husband, so she's not very photogenic. And I think that might be part of it. And that's not trying to throw anybody out in the rain, because I've dealt with a lot of people in different cities who are dealing with different kinds of levels of, am I a wife or a hostage kind of situations. And they're scared that I'm going to throw them out under the bus. And, like, that's not the case at all. The world is working on that. And I haven't even been able to go back to talk to them. I mean, they kind of told me superficially their situation. And, I mean, I can guess a few things before it gets too personal and before they get too involved that they regret it. Because they stand to be an opportunity. Like, they stand to be like an example for the population. They're real people. Those are the kind of people you don't want hiding under rocks, right? Like, well, they said they were going to evacuate everybody. And then they were going to go check basements and clear houses for hostages. Because there's still a lot of, like, police detainees and stuff. But I'm scared that you guys are going to make me like the Tabby Cat in Milo and Otis. And you guys are going to euthanize me before I get an opportunity to be in public. So please don't kill me. And please don't make me be fat again. Let me just be like myself. And I appreciate being able to smoke and not having too much. I appreciate Disney or whomever being patient with me when it comes to research. Because there are a lot of people's mothers. A lot of people who were taken from their mothers because of drugs. And it turns out that was probably all bullshit. It was just an excuse to depower women. Started by my dad. Not your dad. The one who's going to take over your dad's body. So you keep hearing shit like that. I don't know why some of these people are still alive. We met hitmen. We know the Armani Exchange. There's a girl who's upset with me because she's no longer gets to get her clothes tailored at Barney's. So I'm wondering, at what point do they hold me or my family hostage for this money? So what do we say to the Protestant? Oh my gosh, there's a lot involved. There's a lot involved. I would say that it works on. What would need to happen is before dismantling like the family unit, it would probably have to be something. And see, they make my sinuses flare up so that I have to do snort, and then they say, "What a gross pig." It's like, oh my god, I'm so like understanding that I look like I hate myself, but it's not that I hate myself. It's that I'm trying to be magnanimous. Oh yeah, and it doesn't okay, greatly work in my favor. So if it doesn't work then, what makes you think it's going to work now? These girls had James Franco for 5 years, and all they did was make porn. All the porn they recorded are being snuff. The cops said I'm too traumatized to allow me to live. I don't want to die. Yeah, I'm going to send this to Seth Meyers.